Let's see. We're looking at, let's take a look at the income tab again. Yeah, look at Edge and Rekatan's harvester count. I mean, you always want to keep building more drones, but looks like Edge has stopped. But are we going to see an expansion here? Is just scouting? Nope, yeah, we're going to see an expansion. I should have just scrolled on over. We would have seen the silhouette. But yeah, we see a really good creep highway by Rekatan coming out. And taking a look at the APM tab, yeah, they're pretty much evening around 70 or 80, which is around the level I play. I mean, you see some really great players playing at a super high APM, and that's just too much work for me. I cannot play at that super high APM because I just go crazy with tiredness. But yeah, alright, anyways, Edge building up his hatchery, his third expansion. Taking a look at the army tab, we see that, yeah, I mean, you can't really look at the army tab in this game because this many queens around, it's not going to tell you anything really, because, you know, you have this small of an army, but you also have these queens, whereas Edge has all these mutalisks as well as roaches. Oh, we can take a look at the unit tab, that'll help out more. So we see 13 roaches, 2 queens, and 5 mutalisks for Edge, and we see 9 queens for Rekatan and 9 actually, 9 zerglings for Rekatan. We see the income tab. The harvester count has equalized, which is good for Edge. Good job for bringing your drone count back up. You should bring those drones over. Bring them over, because there's nothing going on here. You are ignoring your third expansion. That's not a good thing to do if you want to. Oh, maybe it's because Rekatan has the Overlord here. He doesn't want to give away the switch. Alright, good for you guys. You're not letting him scout that out. So then you should bring him over, right? Come on. Maybe he's gonna bring him from his main, but he's still not doing that. I wonder what he's spending all his APM on. But we're gonna see his army move out. This is a pretty sizable army, a bunch of roaches. Do we see any upgrades? No upgrades, but I think he has his groove spines, and playing on this creep, or fighting on this creep for the Hydralisks are going to be good in any case, because Hydralisks move super slow on non-creep dry surfaces, whereas they slip and slide along this super duper slimy creep. I wonder what it'd be like to actually step on it. So we see a bunch of queens. You gotta be kidding me. And you see, oh my gosh, that is so many mutalisks. How did Rekatan get that many units? I don't know. We see transfuse, no queen has died yet, transfuse, oh my gosh. These transfusions are just tanking, allowing queens to tank while the mutalisks take out all of the hydras. I would bring back these queens because, or I mean, at least keep transfusing them, yeah. Because these roaches will be super vulnerable to all of these mutalisks. And taking a look at the army tab, yeah. Even with all these queens, Rekatan is in the lead, and yeah, Edge has very few army going on. Let's take a look at his production. He has 6 more mutalisks coming out onto the field, which help defend against these mutalisks, but, you know, Rekatan has far more. He should be rather building up a lot more spore crawlers after seeing that huge mutalisk army. That's what I would have done with all these. He has 4-inch minerals, like 3 spore crawlers here, and like 1 in Hydralisk here would be able to suffice, but he doesn't do that. Maybe he didn't have enough time, and yeah, we see these APM jumping always happens when you have a battle. This queen is almost dead. We see this Edge, your expansion, your third expansion. Please bring your drones over. I mean, you're running out of mineral. Oh my gosh, just take them over, please. Rekatan chilling with his mutalisks at the center of the map. He has a very firm map control with these creep tumors, and you always want to build your creep highway. And when you're playing Zerg versus Zerg, are we going to see an expansion? Yeah, we see a third expansion. Creep highways are super important, and we see that Rekatan has almost half the map, but when you're placing Zerg, it might not be that important, but when you want to move around on your side of the map, then that's going to be pretty good. So good control or good macro awareness there. We see more queens out. Let's take a look at the unit tab. 32 zerglings, plenty of zerglings to go around, which are fairly good against these bigger single hitting units. And as for Edge, he's just pumping out more roaches and hydras. I mean, I would like to see something to defend against. I mean, he's defending against these well, I don't know. I mean, what would you guys do against Mass Queen? I don't know. It's really hard to tell. Edge is in a super bad spot, and a bunch of mutalisks, almost full group, and oh my gosh, Rekatan is Transfusing with them with health. Oh my, no mercy. No mercy, Rekatan. No wonder you two-tur on StarCut, because you're just so mean. I don't understand. Oh, okay, so Edge finally brings his workers over and taking a look at the income tab. Yeah, now he outclasses Rekatan in terms of income. Is Rekatan gonna lose some mulisks? Oh, nope. Oh, that meant statue getting selected. I don't think he lost any mulisks in there. He just got damaged a bit. But who knows. We see Rekatan bringing his spore crawlers up. Good job for him. I wish Edge would do that, but Edge does not want to do that. He wants to spend all his minerals, but he doesn't want to spend all his minerals. He has, you know, so many minerals. He should have built these spore crawlers here and here, behind the minerals or in front. But he's not doing that, which is fairly unfortunate. Maybe he's just concentrating on his army and defending. So that's one thing mutalisks are good for. I mean, he's gonna kill. Oh no, what's going on? Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, what's going on here? I think we. Whoa. Okay. I don't know what went on there, but anyways. We see mulisks coming in. They're going to come for this Hydralisk, and yeah, I meant to do that on purpose because I wanted to see this. Okay, so good job for Rekatan. He wants to stop the Hydralisk production, and so he harasses down here, and then he flies right back up and takes out and snipes this Hydralisk den, runs out of there, and these roaches can't do anything except spit at these acid saliva, these mutalisks, and Rekatan taking out these overlords, but Edge has enough overlords to not get supply block there. These idle workers get back to work, and so Rekatan doing a really good job with this Mutor harass. Yeah, Edge is gonna have to build another Hydralisk den. Yeah, and there it is, building another Hydralisk den. Rekatan building up his third expansion. You need more than 2 spore crawlers there if you want to fight this Mutalisk army Edge, but maybe Edge just wants to go in for an all-out attack. He's gonna just spend all his minerals. He has a bunch of minerals. He's not injecting larva. But neither is Rekatan. Maybe he wants to go all out. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a second here. Let's take a look at the production tab. All 31 banelings, and in terms of units, he has 44 Zerglings, 33 banelings, 15 queens, 20 mulisks. Man, how do you fight this army? It's almost gonna... I mean, all those banelings just by themselves, they could probably take a good chunk out of this army. Oh my gosh, especially with this creep on the ground and the speed upgrade, there's just no stopping these balls of destruction. And oh my gosh. So he paid almost the rest of his Zerglings. He has 16 left out of like 60. He's gonna have 60 banelings, which is just an incredible force of banelings against ground units. Yeah, stand up to that, especially with their speed upgrade. They're just gonna fly you so fast with all that splash damage. And he has 1 upgrade, of course. Queens do get that upgrade from the Carapace and the ground ranged weapon. No upgrades on the Glaive Worm. In terms of units, production, yep. Rekatan not producing anything. He doesn't want to produce. He's just saying, I want to build up my gas and just fight with my army. Alright, so I think a big battle is going to happen here. Where are those? Okay. I would say Edge, stay up on this ledge to protect, or to keep that high ground advantage. We see Rekatan coming in with the Mutalisks. Oh no, he loses like 1 or 2 Mutalisks, and he's gonna get the flank with these banelings. Oh, Edge moves back, run back, run, and he does not run back. Oh my gosh, you just see them disappearing because Michael Tunax can't handle that much gravity. But if we did see it, it would be super epic, and we would have seen so many dead bodies and explosions. But anyways, we see most of the Mutalisks survived, and taking a look at the army tab, I mean, a bunch of queens left, so clearly in favor of Rekatan. Edge is not going to be able to stand up, I don't think, against this army, unless he pulls off some sort of crazy minerals, or miracle, what I mean. Also, he does, I guess, need some minerals for that crazy miracle to happen. But these Mutalisks are just going to focus fire every single Hydra that's coming down here. We see Edge has that waypoint over here, so those Hydralisks weren't attacking. These 4 Spine Crawlers not going to do much against these Mutalisks, although you would imagine that they could probably like poke upwards as well as downwards, but maybe they're just like weird that way. We see Zerglings. Oh, well, I guess there's no Spore Crawlers, but we see these Zerglings very not affected by these Spore Crawlers attacking the Zerg. So the 3rd expansion is taken out a lot. And we see more Zerglings coming in. Do we see any fight back? Yeah, Edge, you gotta bring your Hydralisk. Bring your Hydralisk. Nope. There's pretty much no chance. And we see a Transfuse. Rekatan not giving away an inch. He wants to get as high score as possible by getting... And there's the GG. He wants to get... I was about to say he wants to get like the least units lost on this resources tab. But anyways, that was an exciting match. It was kind of one-sided. I wish one thing Edge could have done is gotten his expansion out earlier, probably teched up a little bit higher. If he got like some sort of like infestor out, and then plus more creep highway. I mean, Hydralisk with creep highway would be really good against those Mutalisks. But yeah, I mean, Rekatan played a really good game. Those Transfusion Queens. I mean, that's kind of mean. That's kind of demoralizing if I got killed by a bunch of queens, but you know, it looks like Rekatan, he pulled it off well, and that was a good game. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. So bye.